Today we're going to be reviewing a 2020 Tesla Model 3 Performance. This is not the new one. The 2021 has different wheels. It's slightly quicker. The Model 3 Performance is all-wheel drive, has 450 horsepower, 471 foot-pounds of torque. It's extremely fast. You guys know I have the Model Y long range, and I have reviewed the Model Y Performance as well. Click the card at the top of the screen if you want to see that video. We're going to do first an exterior walkthrough. We're going to drive the car, and then the owner of the car, we're just going to talk a little bit about his experience with it. But this car is extremely fun. So let's start with the wheels here. These wheels compared to the 2021 model, I like these better. The turbine wheels that are on the newer model, they're more like the Model Y Performance. So I actually like these wheels a lot more. But if you wouldn't know the difference or you don't care, it doesn't really matter. I just like the design of these a lot better. It also comes with something very important for the performance models is the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. This is a tire I'm going to be putting on my M2 coming up. This is a sticky tire. It's a 300 tread wear rated tire. So to be able to put all of this extra power down, you need a sticky tire like this. It enhances the performance of the car and helps you get to the 3.2 second 0 to 60 time. 20-inch wheels, also has the painted brake calipers. Not that hot right now. I thought they were going to be hot. But painted brake calipers, I think they are Brembo. They're just not branded that way, with more aggressive pads as well. The suspension in the Model 3s and Model Ys is not an air suspension. It's just a simple McPherson strut suspension, so you can't adjust it. It's a pretty firm ride, but driving it, we're in Virginia. Driving it around Virginia's been okay. It doesn't feel overly stiff or anything like that. The car feels solid, plus it's a performance car. You can't expect to just get in a performance car and have the suspension be soft. You can't have it all. And also keeping the cost of these cars down, throwing an air suspension in could bring the cost up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So that it just doesn't make sense for these models. It is stiff, but I think it's worth it to have that extra performance. You also notice on the newer models that they have the black trim all around. This car was wrapped. It's actually a really nice job that they did there. You do the handles, you do where the chrome trim was, you do around the mirror caps, and then on the exterior cameras. So the new models all come with that. Every Tesla Model Y ever produced has the black, but the Model 3 starting in 2021 come with the anodized black metal from the factory. So that's how you can tell them apart on the road, but it can trick you like this if someone had it wrapped. But overall, the car, first of all, this barn is sick. What is this place called?
Wolf Trap.
Wolf Trap? Wolf Trap music venue. It's a really cool place, and it's awesome. Around the back, you have the performance spoiler. People have asked me where I got my spoiler. I'm pretty sure it's just a Model 3 performance spoiler that they bought from the factory. Tyler at Dynamic Tint, he gave it to me because he had it extra for all the people that have been coming in from my videos to get their car wrapped. So that's how I got it. I think it's about a $500 piece though. But again, it adds a lot to the back, and that's another feature of the performance models. The other thing you'll notice up close here is on performance models, there is this little red line here that goes under the dual motor. That shows that it is a performance model. But overall, I mean, the car is it's beautiful. The tires, the wheels, the black trim, the red paint. This is the most expensive paint option you can get. It's a tri-coat. It's $2,500 option. I think it looks really good. So yeah, fit and finish is great. Driving is great. It looks sporty. All right, so now we're gonna go to the interior of the car. So again, with the Model Y and the Model 3, they're based on the same platform. Model Y is, I think, 3 inches longer and 2.5 inches wider, something close to that. And then it sits higher. In the Model Y, the seats are actually up on they're almost up on like blocks right here. So the Model Y that sits up here, and then the seats on top of that. The seats are extremely comfortable. This is black. You can also get the white interior. Difference is, and one of the things I like about the black interior over the white is this right here. So this is an Alcantara suede, and it just feels and looks amazing. Now in the white car, this is leather and white. So it looks like a killer whale or something like that, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. It's up to you. People have said that they're scared of getting white because it's going to get dirty and all this stuff. It's very easy to clean. So I don't think you should let cleaning it be the reason you don't get it. If you want to get it, get it. If you like black, get black. Don't make cleaning it the main issue. You'll also notice the owner got the center console wrapped in a matte finish. I got this done with the aftermarket part from Tamai. I can link that in a different video. It looks really good and it's cheaper. Do you know what this costs to get done?
I don't know what just the center console was.
It was probably around 150 bucks. Yeah. So you could do another option that I think looks just as good, and it clamps over top. But again, it's the same as a Model Y, Model 3 are the same on the interior. Steering wheel's in a great place, but we'll talk about that when we're driving. Back to the back seat. They have a dog, so you're able to hook one of these up. This is actually from the S3 that they own. So this hooks right into the back, and your dog doesn't have to scrape up the seats or anything, and that looks good as well. Panoramic roof all across the top, standard with any Model 3, Model Y. Just a really cool feature that you become accustomed to because that's how all the Teslas are made. So we'll pop the trunk open for you. Another difference with the 2021 model that the 2020 model does not have is the power lift gate. So just like the Model Y, you'll have a button probably somewhere in here. Hit that button, it'll close, and tap it and the trunk will open. So just another difference between this model and what's currently coming out. And then it has a ton of trunk space.
Let me just flip that sucker up.
Having that big hole down there. And the Model Y is actually deeper than this just because it is a higher car. But still, to have all of this space in a passenger car, it's really impressive. This is also the best Frisbee in the world.
Hands down. 1,300 feet.
1,380 feet world record. Oh, another difference I noticed on the Model Y, this right here is all carpet.
Oh, really? Which
is kind of nice because things can slide into it. You have this lip though, so it stops it. Okay, so we're about to drive the Model 3 Performance here, and we're gonna put it into track mode. So here's the new graphic. The thing that we were wondering is, do the tires change like in Forza and show you if they're red or if the brakes are hot or if the battery's hot? We don't know. So we're gonna drive it. There's a G-force meter there and see how it is. Dude, this thing is nuts. So watch this mount. Whoa, whoa, tree down. Oh my God. Remarkably fast, and the handling is so agile. Quick update for you. First of all, that looks like we made the Nürburgring. Nordschleife! And this here, the brakes and tires do change based on how you're driving or when they're heating up on the roads. That is a really cool feature. It shows you the tire heat and everything built into the car. Also, the detail of the motor and the underside of the car.
Just the schematic in the cars.
Yeah, it's not just space. It's a really, really cool graphic. Good job, Elon. Remarkably fast, and the handling is so agile. Yeah, so the main difference when you get in a Model 3 compared to the Model Y is your seating position and the steering wheel. Like, it truly feels like you're in Mario Kart. It's like a toy. You sit here, it's low. These sticky tires definitely help. Less body roll than the Model Y. The Model Y doesn't have much body roll for an SUV either. It's really incredible just because of the battery's low center of gravity. But this feels so fun. Like, when I first sat in it, when we got here, I was like, man, I want to get a Model 3 now. But that basically happens to me every time I get in any car. But it's really an easy car to live with and throw around, just jump in every day. You don't have to wait for engine to heat up to drive it fun. You can put a ton of miles on these things and just enjoy the car. Sometimes with my M2, I don't want to drive it and put like a ton of miles on it. And that's kind of stupid when you think about it. You get a performance car, you get a fun car to drive it. Whereas my Tesla, I get in it, it's fun every time, it's comfortable, it's fast, it handles well, has the good infotainment, good sound system. It's just tough to beat. And like, if you watch my first video driving a Tesla, I'll link it at the top of your screen. I drove a Model 3 in Hawaii, and it's just, the second you drive one, the gears start to turn. You try to figure out, okay, how can I afford this? What should I get rid of? All that stuff. Low maintenance. I just got my first BMW maintenance bill was $2,000. I mean, some of that was for like tires are $800, so that's a big part of it. But spark plugs were $620. You don't have spark plugs on a car like this. You don't have oil changes. You don't have transmission fluid changes. You barely use the brakes. All of those things add up. One thing I will say driving a Tesla, if you're like an enthusiast in the sense that you like to tinker with your cars, you want to maybe I mean, you can change the brakes, but if you want to, like we were looking for his S3 last night, I was showing him like APR's stage 1 and stage 2, and for $500 you can add like 60 horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque, and you can do pops with the there's all these little things that you can tweak, and if you like doing that stuff, you really can't in a Tesla. Like, you're limited to what it comes with from the factory, which is very fast. It's, you know, it's great, but I could see you, like I made a video, I'm a little bored of my Y. Luckily I have the M2, but I could see someone being like, I kind of need something else to tinker with. But if you're looking for a daily driver car, there's nothing better. I don't see how you can find a better car than the Model 3, especially the Model 3, because it starts at $37,000 with the base model, and then this model I think is about $55,000 new. It's really hard to beat, and what I urge everyone to do, because it's not like a normal car dealership, is go to the Tesla dealership, call ahead, do whatever, and test drive one, because it's free, and a lot of times they'll give you, in Phoenix they're like, hey, you got like 20-30 minutes, just take it out. When I was in Hawaii, they gave me it for 2 hours. So I took it up the mountains, enjoyed a long-range Model 3, and it was great. So I highly encourage you to do that. They're not gonna put pressure on you to, oh, well, you looking to do something today? It's like, there's none of that. It's just drive the car. I even, when I test drove my Model Y, I was like, can I put my deposit on here? I was all excited. They're like, just do it at home. He's like, like, I don't want to be bothered with.
Just do it online.
Just get out, just leave. They're confident in their products and they sell themselves, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I don't want to drag this out too much further. Thank you for watching the video. It's been a lot of fun driving the Model 3 Performance, because I know a lot of you are considering, should I get Model 3, should I get Model Y Performance? I've driven the Model 3 Performance right now. I drove the Model Y Performance. It truly comes down to, do you want all that extra space that the Model Y has? And it's a few extra $1,000s more. The Model Y has the heat pump, so in colder weather it runs a little bit more efficiently. The range of both of them is about the same though. So if you live in a colder area, maybe that would convince you to get the Y. But if you don't have a family, you want to save a couple extra $1,000 and get the better handling, get the Model 3 Performance. They're both great cars though. So test drive them both, see what you like, and that's that. So thank you for watching. If you're still with me in the video, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video. But if you don't want to do that, I also get that. We'll see you in the next video.